Okay, so we'll switch lanes now. Before we went into that conversation around the undercover report and what the government's going to do about our education system, we played you a report from the Port Harcourt Refinery, the situation and the update on the commissioning of that refinery after it was refurbished. But here in our studio, we're switching lanes to look at that. We have the National Vice President of IPMAN, that is Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, I believe. We have here Alhaji Ahmed Fashola. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Good morning.
Also here is the National Public Relations Officer, Okolo. Please help me. Olayanwaju. I got that. I know the Olayanwaju. Okonlawan. That's the first time I'm coming across that one.
Thank you.
But Okonlawan, Olayanwaju. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming in this morning.
Thank you. Thank you.
We won't waste time. We just have a few minutes for this conversation. There was that thing yesterday broke that there's a confusion as regards the pricing of the petrol. That the independent petroleum marketers wanted it to go up to 1,200, and the NNPC had to step in to say no, there's no plan to up the price of petrol at the pumps yet. Please clarify this for us.
Well, good morning, Nigerians, and Happy New Year. Let me first of all clear that. As far as the Independent Marketers Association is concerned, independent marketers, we don't have plans to increase fuel pump price. There's no basis for that for now. And equally, there's no signal from NNPC that it should increase. So we cannot do that on our own, except NNPC come out and say, okay, we are going to increase fuel pump price. So on our own, there's nothing like that. And I want to use this opportunity to appeal to public, to stop panic buying, and there's nothing like that. It's just a rumor.
Okay, Mr. Olayanwaju, you are independent petroleum marketers, and some will be arguing that you're independent of the NNPC. So why do you need the NNPC to give signal before you determine the price of petrol at your pumps?
Thank you very much. Good morning, viewers. The situation is very simple. It's very normal thing. NNPC are the major importer of the product. We get product from NNPC. So as long as the NNPC is not increasing the price, there is no basis for panic on that level. Our product, we source it from NNPC. We are not importing. So definitely, as long as we are getting it the whole price, there is no basis for increment.
Okay, Mr. Fashola, this matter of the the refinery in Port Harcourt, hearing that the repairs are being done, and then the Dangote refinery, a lot of Nigerians are hoping that by the year 2024, the price of petrol and diesel will come down and reduce the hardship out there. But it's the same so far.
Well, it's a good thing. It's what everybody is expecting. And even we are so hopeful and IPMAN, if Port Harcourt Refinery can come on stream, and we have Dangote and by extension Warri and Kaduna, that will be a good thing for Nigeria. But from experience, I don't think the price will go back to former price. Don't forget that there's no more subsidy again. But there may be difference, but it may not be what people expected of maybe what we used to do or what we used to have, like 192, 200, no. But there will be availability. And when there's availability, there will be competition. You know,
how would there be competition if all of you are getting from the same source? Because you're independent, you'll be sourcing your own product. The most important thing is of the right standard, and then Nigerians can now have options to say, okay, I can buy from A, I can buy from C, I can buy from F.
You know, that's the beauty of deregulation we are talking about and the removal of subsidy. It will bring a competition. If you look at our stations now, you will see that people are coming up with different styles to make sales, to attract customers and all that. So with that too, the issue of price will come in too. Because if I get a cargo now, maybe I'm making 10 naira per liter initially, and my neighbor is selling at, maybe I'm selling at 600, and my neighbor is selling at 590. That's why I have to go down too. So that is the beauty of it. It's good for the customer that will be the beneficiary of that system, which is good for the system. So unlike before, that everybody will just sit down and maybe NNPC is spoon-feeding people. There's nothing like that anymore.
But right now, the situation we have, Mr. Laiwaju, is NNPC is spoon-feeding people. You're all getting from the NNPC. So you're more or less selling at the same price.
The situation is, simple terms of economics, demand and supply.
Indeed.
When there is excess supply, the price will crash. It's a simple economic term. The situation is this. By the time the supply, the availability is there, definitely it will crash down the price. So by the time I buy and you buy and every other buy,
even though you're all buying from the same source.
Yes, but the cost of buying is going to be different from one another. And sometimes at individual management level, we'll be able to say, okay, why not removing 50 kobo from in competition? You have to look for ways of attracting customers. Some will reduce 50 kobo, some will reduce 1 naira. That is how it goes. It will come down, definitely. This January, I know price will come down. By the time Port Harcourt Refinery starts and Dangote Refinery starts, it may be just little margin, but it will start coming down by the grace of God.
When you say, how soon do we expect to see these drops, Mr. Fashola?
Well, we are hopeful. Immediately the Port Harcourt Refinery.
Because right now in Abuja, for instance, it sells between 617 and 625.
Until that time.
I know that Lagos sells between 580 and
600.
600.
Well, until the refinery come up fully, and Dangote, as we are all open, and then we can see drastic, reduction in the price. And let me use this opportunity to appeal to NNPC, because right now the imperial marketers, we are not finding it easy at all. Though we support the government in the food deregulation and the removal of subsidy, but what is playing out now in the downstream, independent marketers are not finding it easy. And what it is, the distribution pattern is very wrong. If you look at the distribution pattern today, the independent marketer has the largest number of retail outlets. But if you see what is coming to us as an allocation, so minimal. And with that, we are now buying through third party. I want NNPC to look at that. It's a great problem. When you look at what is happening now, you see what major marketer is selling. It's different from what independent marketer is selling. If you look at the NNPC retails, for Lagos now they are selling 568. Whereby you will see independent marketers selling at 620. Even with that 620, they are not making anything. Because today, as I'm telling you, where we are buying from the third party, today price is around 618 from the depot, from private depot, 618 per liter. No, expenses is not inclusive. The transportation is not inclusive. Before you take it to your station, you run your generator, you pay your staff, you pay taxes, both federal and state. So I'm appealing to NNPC to look at it, because we are supporting the government. That's why we are just keeping quiet. If you look at what is going on, you see some independent marketer station close up. They close their gate because they cannot continue. So I'm using this opportunity to appeal to NNPC to increase our allocation. Probably if they can give us 2 or 3 private depots to load from, it will be better for us if we can get it direct from NNPC. We are not really getting it direct.
So you guys are not getting direct from NNPC?
We are not getting it direct from NNPC.
Okay, let's hold on. Ayo.
Thank you, Nyota. Well, perhaps we'll even begin by saying that just yesterday I tried to get some fuel. NNPC fuel stations, most of them were not open. The one that was open was really loaded. And when you say fuel price in Lagos is between 5 something and 600, I don't know if that has been anything. I don't know if that still subsists, because as of yesterday evening, I looked around trying to get fuel, as I said, and I saw a fuel station selling for, guess how much? 630 naira per liter in Lagos, Nigeria. This definitely stems from that speculation that made the rounds, from an announcement allegedly made by the National Public Relations Officer of IPMAN. So, gentlemen, kindly speak to that, because the information out there is that the idea of the petrol price increasing to 1,200 naira per liter, given the current dollar, diesel, petrol cost dynamic, came from your association. Can you confirm that, please? Please go ahead.
Well, let me quickly address that.
Yes.
Okay, let me quickly address that. That information is not from us. Let me tell you that for free. It's not from us. And that I read it too. I think the person is just making speculation. And IPMAN, we are not importing now. We don't even have the capacity to do importation now. So we will not be talking by speculating what the price of PMS is supposed to be. No. Doing that, we are creating panic, and we don't want to do that. So far, we are not ready to import. We should not be talking what the price is supposed to be. So we will only address the issue on ground. The NNPC is the sole importer for now. So if, as you said, if you observe that some private stations or independent marketer stations are selling 630, 620, well, I just mentioned something now, what is happening today at the private depot. As at this morning, we are buying at 618, 620. So if somebody buy product from depot 620 per liter, without transportation, depot expenses, before you take it to your station, if you are still selling at 630, that person is not making anything. He's just trying to maintain the station, maintain the customer. But for how long won't we continue to do this? And you say you want to remain in business. No way, you cannot be doing charity when you are doing business. And we are not government. We are private people doing our business to make at least small profit to remain in business. I can tell you, independent marketers are not finding it easy in this era of deregulation, because we supported the regulation, but what is playing out now is something else, especially with the NNPC, where NNPC is selling 568 in Lagos, and we are not assessing this product. That is the problem. I just want to appeal to NNPC to look at this. Look at Ejigbo depot, for instance. It's the only depot that is functioning partially for now. But if Ejigbo depot received today, by the time they load like 2-3 weeks, no more product. As of today, people are paying their money trapped in the NNPC wallet. Nothing is happening. We don't even know what is going on. So if we appeal to NNPC to push product to satellite depot Ejigbo, it will help us a bit. And if they can even give us like 2 or 3 private depots, they can make arrangement of through the throughput arrangement. We can go there and pick our product, and we'll be selling at the normal price.
Just tell us, what should Nigerians be expecting now, and what should they be expecting tomorrow?
The normal situations, with the expectations, if the product supplied was is normal, refinery started working. Before the end of January, I think things are supposed to start coming down from the price, because everything is economics, demand and supply. When there is excess supply, the price will crash. So that is the expectation.
All right. Thank you so much. We've been speaking with the National Vice President of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association, Mr. Ahmed Fashola, and the National Public Relations Officer, Okolawon Olaiwaju. Thank you both for coming in this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Sunrise Daily will be back in a moment. I'll be looking at another matter, AFCON 2024. Stay with us.